A lot of people want to know how I got so many cars and no car payments. Well, I'll tell you, this one was wrecked. This one was wrecked. This one was wrecked. And this one is still wrecked. I'm at Copart right now picking up the Jeep. Pretty much all you do is you pull into this little gravel lot outside of the gate and you hit I've arrived on the Copart transporter app, and they do it by appointment slot. So I had a 1 p.m. slot, and there's a couple of people in front of me, it looks like, so I'll just sit here and wait until the Jeep comes out of that gate. All right, that's the car. Got it strapped down, heading out. Haven't even looked at it, but I feel like I should go ahead and get out of here and just check it out when I get to the house. All right, so here's the deal. I drove the car. It runs and drives great. I'm very happy with it. There's no metal that's actually damaged on this car, so it's completely totaled out, but this piece is plastic. So as far as like selling this thing on Marketplace for a good price, I mean, replace this, pop this dent out, and you got a car with some kind of imperfections, but hey, good reliable car. There's no ticking, there's no knocking. This is a panoramic roof, limited trim. Yes, it has high mileage, 154,000, but still a good car considering I drove it down the road. It shifts good. Again, absolutely no ticking, no knocking. It doesn't even have a check engine light. This side, completely good. The front's good, except this right here, I gotta just buff that out. This, I can put it back up. There's some kind of small damage right here, but I mean, I'll straighten that out. All right, I'm in the shop. I'm gonna pull the bumpers off and take a look, see if there's any kind of real damage, but I don't think there is. It looks like just plastic cosmetics. Check me out. We got a working sunroof on a $1,500 Jeep. I do think that people probably finance cars like this, so paying $1,500 for it and driving it down the road right after I get it off the trailer is pretty sick. I probably am just gonna patch this car up and give it to somebody for a very good price on Marketplace and take that money back to the auction. I've already taken the crash bar off of here, and I'm not gonna put it back on just to show me taking it off, so I'll save you that. But here we have a damaged rear bumper, a little bit of trunk damage, lift gate, and here a plastic corner piece that has some slight damage that I intend to get out. And yes, the exhaust has seen better days. However, there are things that can be done. And other than that, this car is mint. And I know what you're thinking, but Cody, the front bumper is very messed up. Not anymore. So this is the rear bumper cover that I ordered on eBay for $85. Now, I was a little bit worried that it was in such a small box. It is folded up pretty bad, but I can see that this is the side, so hopefully it'll unfold and not be completely creased or ruined. And looking in here, you'll see a similar texture to the rear bumper crash bar. And I picked this up for $62 on eBay. So it looks right. Let's carry it around back compared to the completely bent up factory one. Okay, there are some noticeable differences, mainly this curvature right here that is not present on the new one. The brackets appear to be the same. It mounts up right here. I'm gonna replace the crash bar, and $85, I'm gonna replace this. The exhaust, this side, the bracket looks like it's actually not broke, so I'm gonna put that back in place. This side, the bracket's a little bit broke and the exhaust is pretty crinkled up. I'm gonna attempt to heat that up and fix it. This, I'm gonna straighten it out with the vice grips and do some paint touch up back here. All right, let's see if this thing is creased. So this one looks comparable to the damaged one that I took off with that fold right there. But I do think it'll straighten out. So before I put the new crash bar on, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the exhaust off to see if I can fix that thing. Got it jacked up, drop the exhaust down. Now, I'm gonna try to undo that bracket and see if the whole thing slides out. Right now you can see pretty severe damage here. This is completely straightened out. I'm guessing it's not supposed to be. That's a kink as well. So I don't know if I can save it, but I'm certainly gonna try. I just got the exhaust loose. Basically had to beat this clamp out with a hammer. That part's salvageable. This part, on the other hand, I don't know. I may attempt to make it look like this side, or I'll just check on eBay and see what I can get a muffler for. I just found this in the back seat of the car. I was working on the exhaust and just looked in the back seat and I found this duct too. I guess this is a Great Britain plate. So maybe the guy who crashed this car was from Great Britain. Put you back where you belong. All right, so I looked on eBay and these mufflers are really hard to find. I really couldn't find this exact one. Couldn't find it on Marketplace. So I'm actually thinking about just cutting this off and just telling the guy, look, I mean, the car was in a wreck. The exhaust was bent, so I cut it off. You can find this tip cheap on eBay and just weld it on yourself. But of course, we gotta see what it sounds like before we put the muffler back on. Here's the thing, guys. I'm not just gonna fix this thing up and make a video of how to repair a Jeep and sell it for a profit. You can't sell a car without testing it first. Well, I thought I was gonna have to paint the bumper, but I just hit it with this and it immediately brought it back to life. So I'm gonna show you what this buffing wheel that's very messed up does to this damaged part right here. Wow, looks like I'm gonna be able to save this bumper. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, but it definitely looks a lot better. Got the side panel put back on, got the dent pushed out of it, and the new crash bar installed. Okay, so here's what I've done. I've got the rear bumper crash bar put on and the rear bumper cover and new reflector lights in the bumper. That's installed. It was $85. I had to trim it a little bit right here to get it to fit, but overall, it fits nicely. This I've straightened out a little bit with some pliers, but need to keep working on that and maybe some paint touch up. This piece was very smashed in the before picture, so I got that pushed out and saved this piece. This line is good. This line is good. Everything over here fit nicely. I realized that this bumper is missing or doesn't come with a pretty expensive, like $300 lower valence. So I don't know at this point, but the muffler, I ended up getting it kind of straightened out and put back in place, but the muffler is pretty much ruined. And again, that's very expensive. So what I'm thinking at this moment is that in order to sell this thing for a good price, considering it has higher mileage and not have to put a lot of money into it, I may just leave it like this. And then I'm just gonna give somebody a good deal and let them know that they're gonna need a new muffler and that lower valence piece. I know this is not the proper way to do things. This car is a 2014. It's pretty good, but it's not going to be perfect with the mileage and age of this car. Cruising on the interstate right now, no shaking. I can't feel any vibrations. This car does 70 to 80 miles an hour, no problem at all. Right now, the car does not have a tag on it, but it does have insurance. but I can't get a tag until they inspect it. Jeep has been listed for sale on Facebook Marketplace for about 24 hours now, and I've gotten 2 clicks and no messages. So that usually indicates that it's a price problem or it's an image problem. I think that the images I took were in the parking lot at the DMV. I think those made it look like it was a dealership, and maybe people are thinking it's 7,500 down. So the first thing I did this morning was deleted the listing and took some new images. So we'll see what happens. There's no need to be worried yet. I think 7,500 might be a little high, but I'm just trying to get some messages and get people interested in the car, and then I'll see what they are willing to pay and what they're trying to offer me. I was able to get a same-day title. It was super easy. I just went to the DMV, told them that I fixed the car and wanted to get a same-day title for it. And they told me that I wasn't obligated to get tags for the vehicle, so I put insurance on it. I drove it up there thinking they might want to inspect it, and really it was very simple. I was actually out of there in 10 minutes, which I know is not the normal DMV experience, but for some reason it was raining outside. I guess I just hit it right, and they were very friendly, got the thing done, walked out with the title. And after that, I just got it detailed and listed it for sale. So the Jeep is sold, and I didn't get what I expected that I would get for it, but that's okay. I gave somebody a good deal. I sold the Jeep last night and I got 4,500 bucks for it. That's a lot less than I initially thought. Don't trust what you're seeing on Auto Trader, Car Gurus, but go on Facebook Marketplace and see what they're realistically listed for and understand that they're gonna sell for a little bit less than that. And that's where you're gonna get that number that the car is actually worth. So what happened is I listed the car for 7,500 bucks, and it's a very nice car. I thought, you know, look at this luxurious interior. It's pretty nice car, but I realized that was completely delusional because the car is salvage and it has higher mileage. So I just kind of kept dropping the price until I finally got some messages. When the messages started coming in, I realized that people were not serious about buying the car. I got like 60 messages once I dropped the price down to 5K. And people were offering me 3K, like really, really low offers. And I was like, okay, well, if I get 4,500, I think I did okay. I made a nice little $2,000 profit, and somebody got a super good deal on that car, because in reality, there's nothing wrong with the drivetrain of that car. There's nothing wrong with the chassis of that car. Like I said, the interior of that car, just riding in it, I loved it. I love the heated steering wheel. I love the comfortable seats. It's a nice ride. So again, 4,500 bucks in the bank, nice little quick profit from a Copart flip. I didn't go to the fullest extent of repairing that car properly like you guys seen. And the reason for that is that if I would have done that, then it wouldn't have made me a profit, and it would have ultimately made it where somebody had to pay more for that car. So to recap, I was the winning bidder on this Copart auction. I picked up the Jeep for $1,500, but of course there were fees. I had to pay a total of $2,143 to pick the car up. I picked it up myself, so I didn't have to pay for a transporter, and I sold the car for 4,500 bucks. And as you guys saw, the damage was not that extensive. So all in all, I had about $300 in repairs on the car, which sounds crazy, but I didn't replace that probably $1,200 lift gate, and I left it damaged, and the buyer saw that it was damaged, and I explained to the buyer that this car was in a small rear end collision. Here's the photos of the damage before, and here's what's wrong with it at its current state. And for the limited amount of time and risk that I actually had in this car, I would say a $2,000 profit is a huge win. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.